Hey, hope all is doing well. I wanted to just post a quick thought, as I get ready to go on the road, right? So there is a lot of, I guess, the YouTube algorithm, my YouTube algorithm has been kind of putting a lot of videos about the Jamaican news and as well as some of the things that are happening in Jamaica that has a lot of Jamaicans a little upset, both locally in Jamaica and on the international level. One of the things that is really, really bothersome now is the shooting with this young lady. I think her name is Buju, I think, that was was shot and killed. And I see where I saw one video where a pastor came out stating that he had a dream or a vision about the police officers, in Jamaica. And it's interesting to note, right, that, and again, don't get me wrong, but it's just very interesting to me that, and I saw some of the comments, to the video where it said that, there are scammers in Jamaica, there are criminals in Jamaica, we have political issues going on in Jamaica, and a bunch of other things, and there are good things happening as well. But it's very, I don't know if I have sinus issues or what, but it's just very interesting to me, not just in Jamaica, but globally, where a lot of individuals begin to have visions and dreams and stuff that they come out on social platforms after events have occurred to say that God told them and stuff like that. Now, the comments are saying that there are individuals that were on prayer lines, that are people who were in prayer that the Lord revealed to them the condition of Jamaica and how they should pray. But my thing is, people, now, the Lord that we believe in, there's a reference that says that God never destroys a city without a warning, yes? Now, if you have a connection on that level where you're getting dreams and visions, my question is, why don't you come out with the dreams that you're having and the visions and become the ambassador publicly before the killings or while the killings are happening and so on and so forth, so that as a corporate body of those who believe in a God that can change things, we can really intercede and ask the Lord. And again, I'm being very respectful of what I'm saying, and I ask the Lord to intervene and have mercy. Not only that, we have other issues happening on a global level. We have viruses, Ebola, the antivirus, and all these other things, the war in Iran, and all these things that are going on. You know, what is the Lord saying about these things, right? And then, as a body of believers, what is our job and our duty in regards to turmoil and chaos and violence? Also, we have our young people that right now, our young people, I don't know what's happening with them, but there's something wrong with our young people and the next generation. So, if we're going to say that we are religious leaders or that we have a connection with God, my God, let us be courageous and come forward before the fact, because it just kind of looks suspect that after things happen is when we are hearing that, you have visions and you had dreams and all this other stuff. And even with the shooting that occurred at the airport, let me say this. On a global level, people have a phobia of authority, law enforcement, the military and stuff, and so on and so forth. And some of the phobia is justified, but I'm gonna say this. While we do have corrupt individuals in authority, and again, I don't know how to navigate this so that lives are not taken wrongfully, but there has to be a strategic approach that can be implemented on a global level, because in America here, right, it's really really bad, even with law enforcement, right? It's really really bad, and it's even worse in communities where there are a lot of minorities and people that look like me. And I'm not going to sit here and say that, oh well, there isn't an issue. There is. But how can we proceed strategically to prevent the further innocent or wrongful acts of unnecessary violence against civilians? And so I may take a lot of backlash from this, but we really and truly need to think strategically. I heard a mother, and again, I watch a lot of YouTube videos just to kind of get context, because I'm not in certain areas where a lot of these fires are taking place. So, YouTube just, and the internet and stuff just kind of brings us closer to what's happening. Speaking about some issues that happened with her son. And again, this is in Jamaica with the security forces, right? And I just want to say to our young people and to people on a whole, it's better to live today to fight tomorrow, right? And sometimes it takes really just a bit of humility so that you can live today and fight your battle tomorrow. And hopefully the legal system will work in your favor. I'm not going to say that it is, but let us think about this. Let's brainstorm, right? And there has to be a better way. There has to be some type of strategic approach that we can take to move forward. All right, so let's brainstorm this, and the level of anger from a lot of people. I don't know what's happening, and I'm praying to God that He will just touch the minds of people and give us peace. Just have some peace, so that you can move forward. All right. So please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And I'm gonna keep posting stuff like this, right? Just to help us to kind of look at things from a different perspective. Peace.